don't know if this is gonna work this time, because it was not working this first go round. Hopefully you guys can actually hear me this time. Let's see if you guys can hear me this time. Let me go back to my YouTube live. Oh my god, why do they have to make this so hard? Okay, let me see if I can stream now. Okay. You can hear me? Okay. Okay, let's try this one more time because I feel like it wasn't working. If you guys can hear me, let me know, because I can't hear anything, like, at all. I can't hear anything at all, which is really annoying because I really want to be able to hear myself. I mean, I know my voice is annoying, but I want to be able to hear myself. It says that I'm live, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Yes, I can. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, I just can't hear myself, but I can hear. I swear to God, we're gonna get this together. We're gonna get this together, but hopefully you guys can hear me. So I'm back. You guys hear me? Okay. But yes. So I don't know where I left off, but hopefully you guys were able to hear a little bit of a tidbit of what I was saying before. But if you guys did not hear what I said, I am going to basically just say everything again. But I did experience a twin flame and a soul tie, and also a karmic relationship before. I wanted to talk about it here on YouTube because I did talk about it a little bit on my Instagram live. I did go on live with a medium and also an intuitive reader, and we did talk about these particular types of relationships. I know people got a little bit confused about what type of relationship they were in, because some people believe that you can be in all three at the same time. That is not possible, you guys. I did have a lot of people reach out to me in my inbox saying that, oh, I think I'm in a karmic and a twin flame union. That is impossible. It's either or. It's either a soul tie, a karmic, or a twin flame. It cannot be all three intertwined into together. So if the sound goes, I will say I can't hear you. Okay, thank you. Oh my god, thank you guys, because like I can hear myself clearly in my room. I can hear you guys, but there's no audio output, so I don't know if you guys can hear me, but hopefully you guys can hear me very well. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but twin flame unions and karmics and soul ties. But I just wanted to answer some of the questions that you guys may have, because I feel like a lot of people are confused and they don't know. No, you didn't miss live. I just started. The other one was completely like bad because this is my first time going live. I didn't know how to use it, so I think I got the hang of it now. I think I'm able to get it together. But okay, perfect. Yeah. But I did want to come on here with you guys and just answer some of your questions, because I know a lot of people get confused about the type of relationships that they're in, and I've been in all three, so I feel like I can be able to help those who do need a little bit more clarity on things that they do not, a lot of things that they don't know about these type of relationships. So I'll just go over briefly 3 types of these relationships. A twin flame union is a more of a spiritual union. This is a person that you have a telepathic bond with, someone you see common synchronicities with. There's usually a chaser and a runner. I was a runner. I was a chaser, and he was a runner, and that was like really, really, really hard relationship for me because it took a lot of chunks out of me, like emotionally and mentally, and it was just like a really, really, really. I'm not gonna cry. What the heck? It was like a really, really hard relationship because like there is clearly a deep connection with this particular person, but this particular person is afraid of the connection, so this particular person runs from the relationship or they run from the connection. And it's kind of like you crave the relationship because you can tell like this is a relationship that has a higher purpose. Like you guys were brought into each other's lives to either be healers or to inspire other couples or other people or to go on a spiritual path with, but the other person is running. So I was a chaser, unfortunately. And now my twin flame is with his karmic. So, things happen, and with your twin flame, you will forever have that telepathic bond, or when you're thinking about them, they text you or they call you, that type of bond with that person. But I have completely detached from my twin flame. I am not in contact with my twin flame. And I think it's for the best because it's just too much of an emotional immaturity. And I feel like I am just on a different level. I've evolved spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and this person hasn't. And I can't continue to be around people who are not spiritually elevated because they're not on the same frequency as me, and he's not on the same frequency as me. And we've just decided to, you be with your karmic and I'll, move on and go on to different relationships. So that's just where I am now with my twin flame. I have been in a soul tie before. A soul tie usually is a sexual deep bond that you have with someone that you can mistakenly take for love, and it's not love. It's a very deep spiritual sexual bond, and it's like you have bomb sex with this person, but it's nothing more, nothing less. But there is a deep emotional bond when you're having sex with this person. And I don't mean like, oh my god, I love him, like he has bomb dick. No, it's more of a, oh my god, like I saw heaven's gates type of thing. I saw heaven's gates type of thing. I saw Jesus type of thing. It's just a spiritual. I don't want to put spiritual and sex in the same thing because there is a type of spiritual sex. It's just like a deep relationship, and I dealt with that type of situation too. And it's just really, really, really hard to navigate these relationships, especially when you're spiritually woke. And I am a lot more spiritually woke than I was before. I am not of the mundane. Of course, I do have to work and live my life and pay bills, but it's not. I do believe that I'm on this earth to learn a lesson, and everything within itself is a lesson. And I feel like I am on a journey, and I feel like we were placed on this earth with storylines, and we have to just follow our script. And once the universe feels like we are off that type of script, the universe will send it in a tower moment. I did do 2 readings today on 2 clients. I do readings. So if you guys want to get a reading with me, girl, I will link everything down below. And I will also link down my website below so you guys can go ahead and shop in my shop if you guys would like to buy some things and support your girl. But I just feel like a lot of people, well, these 2 readings I did today, a lot of people like to mistake love for a soul tie. And I hear these girl stories. It's like, oh my god, like we have bomb sex, and like I just feel so drawn to this person. I just always ask them, like, what makes you so drawn to this person? Is it because of the sex, or is it something that is just spiritually something that you have to have in your life? And usually it's not these. Usually these people are not, I mean, they're woke because they're coming to me for a reading and they believe in spirituality. But sometimes people get readings just to be a little bit nosy, or just to peek into someone else's life because they want to know how another person is feeling towards them. And that's all fine and dandy, but I do believe that we all have a higher calling, and I'm just a firm believer in just minding my own business and worrying about myself and focusing on my self-love, and not really trying to involve myself with someone who's not on the same page as me emotionally and mentally and spiritually. I think maybe that's why I haven't been in a lot of relationships, is because men haven't been able to keep up with me mentally and spiritually, and that's that's a deal breaker for me. You got to keep up with me mentally and spiritually. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I think I'm a sapiosexual. Like, I love a man's brain, and if you're smart, like, yeah. So, yeah. But going through my twin flame experience, I know you guys wanted me to talk about it, and you guys wanted me to go in depth about it, and I just don't want to go in depth about my twin flame because I don't want to emphasize on my twin flame. Yes, he was a lesson. Yes, this is someone that I will forever have a deep connection with, and someone that I will forever, forever, forever love. But it's just like there's a lot that goes into this journey. It's not just about loving someone. Sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes there needs to be reciprocation. There needs to be support. There needs to be grounding. There needs to be uh, movement, no stagnation. So I'm a firm believer in that. And, you know, unfortunately, some people are not on the same page as you, and you just can't force people to be on the same page as you. You just have to learn and grow, and hopefully that person catches up with you, maybe next lifetime, a little Erica Badu. Hopefully they'll get it and they'll evolve, and maybe they're not meant to be with you in this lifetime. Maybe they're meant to be with you in the next lifetime. So it's just a learning process. I'm trying to look at some of my questions I got from my other live on my my Instagram, because I did get a lot of people on my Instagram asking me questions, and I want to be able to answer some of the questions here. And if you guys do have questions as well, I'm open to answer them as well. So, yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced a twin flame union or a spiritual connection. Man, those things hurt. I'm not even gonna lie, like, those things hurt. Like, I'm not. If any of you guys have seen any of my spiritual videos on my channel, you guys will understand what I mean. If you're new to my channel and you're just breezing through, check out some of my spiritual videos on my channel, then you'll understand. I've cried in a couple of them. And it's not because I am emotional sometimes, but it's like once you're in that connection and you're with someone, it's just like things are just like, it's just like things is like one after the other. Like, it kind of gets swept into these relationships, and sometimes you can lose yourself. And I definitely have done that before. I've lost myself before, and I promised myself I would never let that happen again. And that's why I am a firm believer in self-love, standing my ground, and being in my divine feminine energy, because men will take advantage of you, and not just men, just people in general will take advantage of you. And if you don't know yourself, you don't know your worth, you can lose yourself. And I told myself that that would never happen again. So I'm just a strong believer in that. And hopefully you guys don't have to, well, actually, I'm not going to say that. Hopefully you guys do experience it, because it can be a beautiful connection, but if you're not coming into it with the right mind frame, or um, with emotionally stable or emotionally mature, you can kind of get lost in that relationship. And that kind of happened to me, unfortunately, but that will never, I won't let that happen again. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen again. Yeah, that won't be happening again for me. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have any, if the sound, okay, if you guys have any questions for me, because, I mean, I guess I can talk more about karmics. That's not my favorite one, but we could talk a little bit about karmics. Karmic relationships are a catalyst. And what I mean by catalyst is someone that propels you to your spiritual journey. They're not meant to be in your life forever. These are the people that come into your life to teach you a lesson. And some people will hold on to a karmic when it's time to release a karmic, and they will end up with eventually having more karmic debt. So I always tell people who are in karmic relationships, whether they know it or not, that these type of relationships do not last. My twin flame is currently holding on to a karmic, and suffering in silence, and that's his choice. And I mean, you can't save everybody. You can only save yourself. I can't do anything. Like, you have to want to. You have to want to spiritually evolve, and I feel like a karmic is a catalyst for that. This person teaches you a lesson, teaches you that you don't want to go through certain lessons in your life, and it kind of forces you to grow. It kind of forces you to stand like. It kind of forces you to realize that your spiritual growth is a lot more important than being right. That part. Your spiritual growth is a lot more important than being right. Um, and owning up to your mistakes. That's how I feel. I feel like a karmic is supposed to teach you all the things that you didn't learn in your previous life or your previous lifetime. Because I do believe that once we die, we do not, I mean, our physical bodies do leave this earth, but our souls still remain. And then we just, reincarnate into another body. Whether it be a horse, a cow. Oh my God, I hope not another animal. I hope another human being. But you would just reincarnate into another being and live out the next lifetime. So I just feel like if I don't fulfill everything that I need to fulfill in this lifetime, maybe I'll fulfill it in the next lifetime. And all of these like celebrities that you guys idolize, like Solange, Beyonce, Erykah Badu, I secretly believe that they're witches. Like, they know about the occult. Like, I love them. Are hamburgers sentiment? I don't know. Sentient? Like soul fragment remains of cows? Sir, I don't know. But that's a funny question, and it's a good question, but I'm not sure. But I'm not sure. But that's what I truly believe, and I believe that karmics is not usually. I mean, it is karmic, but it's good or bad karma. You can have good karma with someone, and you can have bad karma with someone. It just all depends. It depends if you have debt. That's the main thing. Like, if you have debt with someone, or debt in your last lifetime, and you have to repay it, like the Grim Reaper, you have to repay it in this lifetime, and you have to fulfill it in this lifetime. But I did like 2 or 3 readings today, and just like some of the well, I've done readings all week, and some of the things that I hear, like a lot of people go through, and like how they're being energetically attacked and spiritually attacked, and it's just like you have to like ground yourself, you have to protect yourself energetically. I feel like people forget that. Yeah, like protect yourself physically, like from other people or from other things, or like just from other things from the outside world, but you also have to remember that you have to protect yourself energetically. People forget that. Am I a medium? No, I'm not a medium. I'm an intuitive reader. But yeah, I feel like you have to protect yourself energetically. People forget that. That's a really, really, really important thing. Like to protect yourself energetically. Can I have a reading, please? Oh, you have to book on my website. I do have a website. I will link everything in the description box so you guys can go ahead and purchase or, get a reading from me. But I don't know. Protect yourself at all costs. That's why I always tell people. Protect yourself at all costs. But yeah, I did a couple of readings today. How about free? Let's do it. Oh no, I don't do free readings. I don't get offended when people ask me about free readings. What I do, I don't get offended. My spirit guides get offended because I will try to explain this in the nicest way. Doing readings can take a lot out of a person energetically, and people don't realize that. They think that it's just just read me and then that's it. No, it actually takes like preparation. Like I have to meditate. Like I have to get myself in the right space to give you a reading. I just can't just give you a reading just off the bat like that. You have to like prepare yourself. You have to protect yourself energetically, like I said before. And it takes a toll of you. I did 3 readings today, and I had to sleep like almost like half the day. It takes a lot out of you. It's not an easy thing to do. People are essentially trusting their energy in your life, and it takes a toll out of me. Some days I'll sleep for a whole day because I've been doing readings on people with very, very heavy energy. So it's not always easy. But she did a reading for me, and she's totally worth it. She's thorough and thoughtful. Oh, thank you, Alexandra. Thank you. When did I do your reading? Alexandra. I remember all of my clients. I say patients because you guys, I do Reiki too, so my Reiki patients. But reading, when Alexandra. I'm trying to remember Alexandra. Alexandra. It's not recent. Oh, yes, I know. Remember Alexandra with your twin? Yeah, I remember. Oh, thank you, Alex. I remember your reading. Yes, Houston. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. I remember you got your twin flame. Yeah, I remember. I hope you're doing good. I was thinking about you the other day. I do like think about my clients. Like if I ever get like messages in the middle of the night about my clients, like I'll like text them or like write them on Instagram or Facebook and just be like, hey, like I had this like vision, or I had this thought, or I was just thinking about you. Yes, doing your inner work. Yes, like I told you, do the inner work. I'm happy to hear from you. I'm happy that you're on this live. Like, that's dope. But I was just telling them how like the twin flame journey is it's hard work. No, you're not late. I had technical difficulties in the beginning. I'm not even gonna lie. Like this is my first time going live. I mean, I do want to go live more often, but this is like my first time going live, and it was bad. Like it wasn't bad. I just like I couldn't get the audio together. But yeah. We got it together now. You guys can hear me now. Like, that's the most important thing. Because, like, before, nobody can hear me. So, yeah. But I'm happy to hear from you, Alex, because um, I was thinking about you the other day. But, yeah. No, you didn't really miss much. I was just going over my I don't want to, like, okay, I've had a couple of people like slide into my DMs and uh, slide in my DMs and like email me, and they wanted me to talk about my twin flame experience, and I kind of refused it, because if you guys haven't watched me, like my other videos on here, like I think I have like 3 videos on here about my spirituality and like my Reiki sessions. Um, I kind of refused it because I don't want to emphasize so much on my twin flame. Yes, that was a big part of my life, and it was it was a heavy moment. Since I was 16, it was a heavy moment, and I am now. No, I'm not even gonna say my age. How about that? It was a heavy moment, but yeah, it's just I get I get emotional talking about it because I get I'm not gonna cry, like I get emotional talking about it because it's a heavy topic. Like if you've never been through like a twin flame experience, like it's heavy because like it's more than just a regular relationship, like an easygoing relationship. It does have like its ups and its downs, but it's more of a spiritual connection, and that's what people don't realize. Like you can be in a relationship with someone and be in a healthy relationship with someone, but it's like it's telepathic. You can feel what that other person feels without even being in the same room with them. Even if this person's across the world, you can sense how they're feeling. You can sense when they're anxious. You can sense when they have anxiety. You can sense when they're depressed. Like you can sense things without even being with them in the same room. And there's nights where I would wake up in the middle of the night and I have so much anxiety, and I know it's not my energy, it's his energy. Like it's that deep of a connection. Like it's that deep. And yeah, it's intense. It's intense at times. Like sometimes it's just like I don't want to say this. Actually, I'm not gonna say this out loud because what I was gonna say was that I wish I never would have met him, but I would be lying if I said that because like a twin flame connection like changes your whole life. Like it's a connection that you will forever have until you leave this earth. And even after you leave this earth, you still have a soul mission with this person. So you're forever connected or linked to this particular person. So it doesn't matter how hard you try to run from the connection, or you try to ignore the connection, or try to deny the connection. Like it doesn't matter what you do or what you try to do. It's still a very deep, intense connection. Like yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm basing for the rest of my life time. But I always feel like if it's not this lifetime that we don't finish our karmic duties or our karmic debt, we have to fulfill it in the next lifetime. So, our soul mission is never complete. We are forever on a soul mission. So, yeah, that's deep. That's really deep. And I feel like people tend to hold on to their karmics because it can be out of codependency. It can be because they're trying to fill that void of their twin flame. Or they can be with that karmic because it's a false sense of stability. And you wouldn't, even if you try to date someone after your twin flame, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but you will forever be connected to your twin flame, and you will forever um, share that connection, even if you are with someone else. Like, you will, if you see your twin flame years from now and you're married, you will still feel it. Like, you will still feel a warm bond with that person. Like, when you bump into your twin flame in the grocery store with your wife, and you know, you'll probably like be shook, like shooketh. You know what I mean? Like, it's a deep connection. It doesn't go away overnight. It does. It's not supposed to. It will never go away overnight. So, it's it's a deep connection. And that's what a lot of people on this earth are facing. Um, a lot of people think that they're in twin flame connections, but a twin flame connection is really, really, really rare. Um, a lot of people think that they're in a twin flame relationship and it's karmic. Like, so I always tell people, are you sure you're in a twin flame connection? Like, I wish my twin flame would have just bond. Yeah, same, sis. Well, mine did acknowledge that we do have a bond, but mine is a denial. So mine did say, like, oh, we do have a deep connection, but mine is like in complete denial about it. Like, my twin flame, it doesn't matter how far he tries to run, he will always have a connection with me. I know you think having twin flame is difficult, but you're still very in tune with your spirituality, which counts for something, which is true. Thank you. Thank you. It is. I do have, I'm very into my spirituality, and um, I feel like he does too. I feel like he does have a gift, but he's afraid of showing it, or afraid of letting others know he has a gift. But I think he does have a gift. He has a gift of intuition, but he doesn't know how to harness his gift. I've learned how to harness my gift, and that's the difference between me and him. Um, I'm just a lot more open with my spirituality. Like, I don't care. I used to care. Is he an introvert? In a sense. In a sense, he's very introverted. He's a not a loner, but he's very free spirited and independent. I would say, he goes out by himself. He does things on his own. Like, that's how he is. He just solo dolo. That's like his type of thing. Um, yeah, that's how I would describe him. Yeah, he's somewhat of it. Yeah, good on him. Yeah, he's 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 sort of a okay. He's I don't know. Okay. I kind of I kind of sense something. I kind of when you ask me that question, I kind of sense something. But I'm not gonna say it out loud. And that's crazy because I didn't need my cards to sense it, because I have my tarot cards, but I didn't need my tarot cards to sense it. So the fact that I kind of picked up on it without my tarot cards is giving me kind of like I'm kind of shook. I'm kind of shook right now. Yeah, you're not late. You're not late. But yeah, I mean, I know you guys have been wanting me to talk about him, and I see the DMs, I see the emails, but just like, it's not something that I want to talk about. Maybe when I'm ready to talk about it, I'll talk about it, because I feel like the healing process is never finished. I feel like I will forever be healing. It's just like, I feel like when people are like, oh, I'm healed, I finished the healing process. No. Yeah, I just felt something from him. That's weird. I'm still kind of shook about that. Yeah, when you asked me that question, I kind of felt something. But yeah, For this healing process, no, it's fine. Thank you. Welcome to my channel. I did send something, but I feel like I'm forever on this healing journey. This healing journey will be a lifetime journey. I hate when people be like, "Oh, I went through that. I've healed from that." No, you haven't. The healing process is a forever ongoing process. It's not just you can't put a time frame on your healing, I believe. But some people like to think that, they've gone through their healing process, that they're healed. But I don't believe in that. I believe that our healing process is limitless. So he must have felt a ringing in his ear. Maybe. I get the ringing in my ear all the time. I used to get, it just started like last year, because last year I had my spiritual awakening. Yeah, healing. Hi guys. I started my spiritual journey last year, and I started getting the ringing in the ear last year. What's your favorite spiritual practice? I don't have a favorite spiritual practice. I practice all kinds of spiritual practices. I don't have a certain practice. I don't like to I don't like to just practice. I'm very free spirited. Like, I don't like to conform to just one type of practice. Yeah, clear audience. Yeah. I get that ringing in my ears all the time. You know what's funny? I never get them when I'm doing a reading. I always get them like when I'm in my bed thinking, or like because I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, I watch a lot more YouTube than I do TV. Like, I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube, or I watch my shows online, which is rare. Like, my only shows that I watch are Power. Like, I don't watch TV. So I don't even watch any TV. So when I'm watching YouTube, I'll get ringing in my ear, and then I'll like start to do a reading. It's kind of like a ringing loud get, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a reading on myself. It's usually when I'm thinking really, really in deep state, and I'm like, maybe I should do a reading on myself, and then I'll hear the ringing in my ear, and then I'll get my cards and I'll start to read. But yeah, I do get the ringing in my ear a lot, like a lot, and it started last year. I never used to get it. It's weird. I never had that. When it happened the first time, I kind of got scared. I thought I was going deaf. I'm like, yo, I'm going to go deaf. Like, just ringing in my ear, like, I'm going to go deaf. But nah. But Nike 316, like, I don't know what that was, but I'm still shooketh. Like, yeah. That was weird. Like, I kind of felt something, but that's maybe I need to feel that. So thank you for that. But yeah, I mean, it's just a healing process. Like I said before, the healing process is a long process. I feel like I will forever be on this healing process. I will forever be in this healing state. I love being in this healing state, honestly. I've learned so much about myself. I feel like I've changed as a person. Like, I'm not the same person I was last year. And I like that. I actually love that I'm not the same person I was last year, because I feel like a lot of things in my life, I don't see things how I used to see them. Like, and I can pick up on a lot of bullshit. A lot of bullshit. And I've always been passionate, but I feel like it's just like I've been 10 times more passionate. I started my business within 3 weeks. That's how passionate I was. Yes, I started my business in 3 weeks. Like, I was like dedicated. I was just like, I'm going to do this. Like, I don't care. I'm going to start my spirituality business, and I'm going to, do all of that. And I started my online business. And if you guys want to shop, I'll leave the information in the description box so you guys can shop with me. I do have, thank you. I like to think I have a deep connection with myself. You know what? I feel like when people first meet me, they're like, oh, I did manifest some money, but I can tell later. But I feel like when people meet me, they're kind of like, yeah, like, of course they I'm gonna say, of course, that's so conceited, but I'm gonna say, oh, she's really pretty girl, blah blah. But I don't think they know that I have a lot more depth to me. Like, like looks doesn't work with me. Like, if you can like mentally like explore my mind or like go through my mind like a file cabinet, that is sexy to me. I don't know why it is. I don't know why it is. Like, without like, forget the fucking physical. Physical is easy. Come on now. Physical is easy. But if someone can go through my mind like a file cabinet, like, go through my mind like a file cabinet and just like pick every little thing, I find that incredibly sexy. I don't know what it is. Like, I've always been a deep person. Like, I've always like craved deep conversations. So when I meet someone and we have a deep conversation within that moment, that turns me on. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like he saw me. Yeah, I feel like I went on a date last week because I'm dating someone. I guess I should have said that on on YouTube. Wow. Okay, Cynthia, we going in tonight, huh? But I went on a date with someone, and we were going to the movies, and we were just literally sitting in the car before our movie, and we were talking. We talked so much that we missed our movie. And we were talking about like religion and like traditions and spirituality, and it was just like a deep conversation. And I was just looking at him like, I'm gonna marry you. because because it's just like the conversation. It was just like we were talking because he's Muslim, so but he doesn't follow the tradition. But he was just like talking about his spirituality and what he believes in, and he was like, and I love a man that can accept me for my spirituality, because I've met some guys, I've dated some guys where it was a deal breaker. Like, they're like, oh, you're into that? Like, I'm not into that, and we stopped talking. So the fact that he was like, so like, he wanted to learn, like he really wanted to learn, like he was asking all these questions. He was like, oh yeah, like, so how do you like this? Like, he was like fully invested. Like, he was fully invested on learning it because he was like so interested. And like, that was like, I was just like, I might marry you, like, because like, that is a turn on for me. Like, someone that can like keep up with me mentally, that is a turn on for me. Like, that's a turn on for me. I don't care about the looks. I mean, of course, I have to be sexually and physically attracted to you, but like, someone who can just like sit with me and have a conversation for 2, 3, 4 hours, that is like, that is like, that is life to me. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I totally agree, and I feel like a man who's like spiritually into. I feel like I am gonna marry someone who's a man who's spiritual. Like, I sense. I mean, I pulled out my cards, but I am gonna marry someone who's who's gonna be on the same page as me spiritually. A healer. Because I refuse to have, because there's a stigma that healers are going, they tend to, it's harder for them to find relationships. It's harder for them to be in committed relationships or to marry or settle down with people. But I refuse to believe that stigma. Like, I am going to like be in a relationship, I'm going to be married, I'm going to have kids. Like, I refuse to believe that stigma that healers are just they just come to this earth to heal people, and they don't be in relationships. Like, they don't have a sincere, genuine, monogamous relationship. And I refuse to believe that. Like, I believe that I'm going to find I'm going to be with my man, and I'm going to have all these babies, okay? I don't believe that. So I do not. I read that. Latiqua. I read that. Like, I read that healers do not have a hard time meeting someone that they eventually settle down with. I read that. I refuse to believe it. Like, I want to be married. I want to have kids. I refuse to believe that. I'm gonna have a child. I'm gonna get married. Take the babies forest bathing. Look here, my baby's gonna get floral baths every full and new moon. Like, play with it. Like, they're gonna get floral baths, love baths, abundance baths, prosperity baths. Like, I'm with it. I'm so with it. Like, my babies are gonna be like taking baths every month for full and new moon. Like, I'm with it. It's gonna happen. So they won't have these little baths when they're babies. Like, I've seen like these like pictures on Instagram where like these babies are like in a coconut and floral baths. I think it's so cute. I want to like do a photo shoot for my baby in a floral bath, like a floral headband. Like, I've been having baby fever lately. I told my dad yesterday that I was gonna have a baby by next year, and he looked at me like I was crazy. He was like, okay. I'm like, no, I'm serious, Papi. I'm gonna have a kid next year. And he's like, you said that last year, because I told him I was gonna have one by 30. Oh shit, I just told my age. Whatever. I said I was gonna have one by 30, and I'm 30, and then he's like, oh, what happened to my grandchild? And I'm like, next year. So I have one next year. God willing. I suggest cedar trees as your witness. I'm going to remember that. Cedar. Cedar has a lot of great properties. But as your witness. Oh yeah, I totally agree. I'm gonna do all that for my baby. Like, all these floral baths. And these are like herb baths for the baby. Like, I feel like with my child, I'm gonna go like the holistic route. Because I don't feel like I want to give my child like medication. Because I think I want to have like a water birth. Like, I want to have like a tub in the middle of my living room, and I want to like push my baby out while me and my husband are in the pool, type of thing. Like, I think I want to have like a water birth. And my mom is taking like doula. She wants to take doula classes, so maybe she should be my doula. But I already have somebody in mind to be my doula, so I don't know how that's gonna work. So maybe I'll have both of them. I don't know yet. But I already have someone in mind that I want to deliver my baby, but like a water birth. Yeah, I have a plan. But next year, at least one by next year. And then like another one right after, because I want to like pop them out. Medication, anyways. Yes, I definitely agree. Spirituality promotes meditation over medication. I definitely agree. I feel like it's all in the mind. It starts with your mind first. Start with your mind. I think anything starts with your mind. So I believe that we have the tools to heal ourselves. We just need to be able to tap into it, because the body heals itself when you have different ailments, or like if you are having any chronic illnesses, the body can heal itself. Am I a fan of African spirituality? Yes. My mom practices it. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes. I am into African spirituality. So my husband's biggest problem, unfortunately. And you know what? I had a client today during a reading, and that was her biggest problem too. Like, she was going through like a depression off and on, and she was just like in a really, really dark place. I literally told her, I said, I feel like you feel like you're in a dark room, pitch black, and you don't know how to get out. You don't know where the door is to get out. And she literally started crying when I said that, because she's like, that's exactly how I feel. How do you know that? I'm like, I don't know. I just saw pitch black and you're in a room and you're like searching the walls for the door. Like, you're trapped in a room, pitch black, and you don't know how to get out of it. And she started bawling out of control. She was like, you're exactly right. That's exactly how I feel. She's like, I'm trying to get out of it. I don't know how to get out of it. Fit into ancient Kemet. I'll look it up. I'll definitely look it up. I like to read. I've read a couple of spirituality books. I like to read. Like, I have a whole bookshelf. And I've read books like 2, 3, 4 times on my bookshelf. I'm very into that. I've always loved to read. My parents used to always buy me books when I was younger. I love reading. You know, I'm not these millennials, you know what I mean? These millennials, mass, where I swear these millennials, the comparison of the mind to captivity can be enough to sound someone back into reality. Yes. And I feel like every time I give someone a reading, I don't like to just tell them obviously I tell them what I see and their situation, but I also like to tell them, like, give them advice, like how to, how do I say this? I like to give them the tools, and then when they do have the tools, they can be able to maneuver. Like, they know how to use the tools. So I always tell people, like clients that come back to me, they're like, something you told me in my reading came true and I don't know what to do. And I always tell them when they come back to me, I gave you the tools. You know what to do. You coming to me, I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to help you, obviously, but I gave you the tools to maneuver. I gave you the cheat codes. I gave you the cheat codes so that you can be able to go about all of the things that you're going through. And I had someone come to me today that I did a reading for about like 3-4 weeks ago. Not Alex, who's in here, but someone else. And she slid in my DMs and she said, hey, like, I really wanted to thank you. And I said, for what? And she was just like, oh, for my reading, and also because I have, I'm thinking I'm going back to school and I'm going to be a therapist and I want to heal people, and it's because of you. And first of all, I cried, because every time I get like people slide in my DMs and they tell me how much like I have impact their life, like, it makes me cry, because I'm not gonna cry. It makes me cry because, like, who would have thought me helping people? But it gets me emotional sometimes. And she was like, oh yeah, I really want to thank you. And she's like, oh, I wanted to get a reading from you today. And I'm like, for what? And she's like, oh, because I can't, I'm getting emotional. I just can't help it. Like, I'm so passionate. She's like, I really want to get a reading from you. And I'm like, why? And she was like, oh, because I wanted you to, like, clarify and confirm if I should be able to, like, if I should really be a therapist. And I'm just like, you don't need a reading from me. You don't need a reading from me. You got this. You know exactly what you want to do. I gave you the tools. You know exactly what you want to do with your life. You know exactly what you want to do. You getting a reading from me to confirm something that you already know wholeheartedly, what is that going to prove? Like, I'm not about to charge you another fee just to confirm something that you already know deep down within. Oh my God, yes, too much onions. I always get emotional, like, when people come to me, like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, I get emotional because, like, who would have thought me? I would never thought, like, me in a million years helping people and, like, helping them through their problems and giving readings. Who would have thought? Like, who would have thought? I know my twin flame is probably looking at her, probably looking at me like, dang, who would have thought, like, Sin will be giving, like, doing these things. Even my friends are like, I never thought you were a reader. Like, because I've always kept this so private. I've never been open with my sexuality. And it wasn't until, like, last year I was open about it. And my friends are like, I never thought, like, you were into that. And it's like, yeah, I'm into it. Get used to all this. But yeah. But yeah. I did not think I would be, doing all of this. And I'm excited for what's to come. And I just know that nobody could step to me and try me because I already know what the intent is. And I just feel like I've tapped into my intuition. And that's pretty much all I have to say, because I feel like when you don't follow your intuition or you're not tapped into your intuition, people can get away with a lot of things in your life. And I feel like nobody can try me now. Like nobody can step to me with ill intentions and think like they're gonna get away with that. So I'm happy, the journey that I've gone through, and I'm happy that I'm enlightening other people to start their journey and helping those on their spiritual journeys. And I'm just happy. I'm in a good space in my life. I'm in a really good space in my life. Really, really good space. I'm out here flourishing, I'm out here flourishing, and I like to help anybody in any way I can, achieve and and do great things. I don't see what the problem is with spirituality is, anyways. From the sound of those you were talking to, if they knew how much power that she had, they probably love it. And you know what? I agree, and I feel like I'm able to help people tap into their power, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like I kind of like give them that little push, because I feel like a lot of people are afraid to come into their power because it's a great power. It's a powerful power. And I feel like I'm able to assist people. I'm able to push them to getting their highest potential. That's what I think. That's what I like to believe. I believe that I can assist people to their higher beings, whether it's through my readings or whether it's through Reiki. But I just like to help people. I've always been like this. I've always liked to help people. I've always give people the last shirt off my back. Like, I've always been like that. And my mom used to tell me, you're too nice. You're too nice. Like, you're too nice. But it's just like, I don't know. Life is so short. Like, why not get them the shirt off my back? I can get another one. I've always been that way. And I don't know. Life is so short. Look how fast this year went by. This year went by so fast. Like, we're almost going to be 2020 soon. Like, we're in September. But, like, once you blink your eye, we'll be in December. And I agree. People like to believe themselves to be powerful anyway. Yeah, but some people don't know how to tap into it. A lot of people are very indecisive, or a lot of people feel inadequate, or they don't know how to tap into their power, because, like I said before, having that type of power is powerful. I mean, I actually have it tatted on my hand, like Divine Feminine. Like, I've tapped into my power. And, like, I'm just happy to assist other people into their power, like, stepping into their power. Because a lot of people don't know how to do it. And it's not that they don't know how to do it, it's that they're just afraid, you know. Spirituality is somewhat still taboo, you know. It's still somewhat taboo. 1999. That's so true. But you know what? I wish I can do high school like one more time. Just one more time. I would love to do high school one more time. Yeah. I feel like I would have done. You know what? I wouldn't have done anything different. No, maybe I would. Just one thing different. But I'm not gonna say it on. I'm not gonna say it's on YouTube. I'm I. Mm, I don't know how to do it, but I'm working on it by subscribing to different channels like yours. I mean, I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel. You know, I feel like we're all a work in progress. I think we should just all be helping each other ascend. Um, we're all a work in progress. You know, nothing's ever going to be perfect. I loved high school. I went to performing arts high school, so I danced all my life in high school. So I did love high school. I mean, I'm really so close friends to a lot of people in my like in high school. Like I still talk to them. So I'm really grateful for those relationships because my graduating class in high school was only 30 or maybe 40 people. Our high school is really really small, but I still keep in touch with a lot of people in high school, and I love them. Like I visit them. Like I go out of state to visit them. So yeah. Oop, I'm getting a ringing in my ear. Yeah, I'm getting a ringing in my ear. That's weird. But yeah, I've been getting it a lot more often because I've been doing readings on people. So I've been getting a lot more of the ringing in my ear. It's really weird. It's really, really weird to get that ringing in the ear because it's just like, mm. Maybe let me flip it up. But I'm very hollow, so I know how to open my chakras. I do meditation too, but I've been doing like the sound bowl. Oh, maybe I should get my sound bowl. I'm gonna get my sound bowl. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, so I've been doing like my sound bowl. You're making your twin flame dance. I mean, I hope so. I would hope so. So this is my sound bowl. I mean, I have more than one, but they're just a lot more bigger, and I just can't bring the full set, the full set over here. Like it's crazy, but I love this sound bowl. It's like really, really small and it's portable, and I actually use this on my Reiki clients. I love this because like I would like literally use this during meditation, and it's just a lot more portable because I really have the really really big bowls, and I can't. Who got time to be towing big ass bowls to like clients and shit? I don't got time for that. But I love this bowl. Like I love this bowl. I really really love this bowl. Like my God, I just love that sound. I don't know, it just gives me goosebumps every time I play this, but I play this a lot. This is like my little bowl. I'm actually thinking about selling these on my website. I'm not sure yet, but if you guys do like these type of things or like these little bowls, I'll definitely put this on my website. But I love this bowl. Like, I don't know, it just kind of does something to my crown chakra. I don't know. It's just like it's like an orgasm in the mind. That's literally how I can explain it. Like, that's literally how I can explain it. Like, I love it. Like, ugh. Girl, twin flame situations are tough. It's hard to understand, especially when you're not together. Yes. Yes. I love dreams about mine. I just couldn't figure out why. The sound bowl is used for meditation, but it's also, well, this particular sound bowl is good for the crown chakra. So that's why I kind of feel like an orgasm in my mind. But there is other sound bowls that you can get for different chakras, or for like, it's just like different hertz. So you just have to look up the different hertz that you want. Does this any way resemble the ringing in your ear? No. That's an interesting question. I remember asking me that before. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the singing bowl. Like, yeah, I don't know, like that. It's not that the ringing hurts, but it kind of puts me in like a meditative trance, like meditative trance when I get the ringing in my ear. It's kind of like I'll get it like when I'm driving, and I'll just like it's like my brain goes really still. I might like I don't know how to explain it. Like my mind goes really my mind gets really still, if that makes any sense. Yeah, my mind goes really still. Like it's like I don't know. It feels like a orgasm. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like my mind gets really still. Like everything around me gets really still. Everything is like in slow motion. Yeah, I get it too. I get the ringing in the ear. I think, but when I read that, I don't know, maybe I do. But I heard that the ringing in your ears is your spirit guides trying to communicate with you. That's why they tell you every time you get the ringing in your ears to pay attention to what you hear. Because you might hear like your spirit guides like whispering, or you might hear something. Eye twitch. I never got an eye twitch, but I did like because I'm like in a lot of like Facebook groups. So I did hear like I did read that a girl her eyes twitch. She doesn't get the ringing; she gets the little eye twitches. But that's really interesting that the eye twitches. I don't get the eye twitches. But I don't know, like the sound bowl. Oh my god, I use it on my clients, and my clients love it. Like I don't know what it is. Yeah, you have to pay attention more. There's a actual tarot reader here on YouTube called Tamaj Tarot. Oh my god, I love her. Like I low key like stalk her a little bit. I love her channel. Like she did 3 readings on me. That's how much I love her and I trust her with my energy. She did 3 readings on me, and every single time they were accurate, and they all said the same thing. So that's how I know like what she told me is going to come to fruition. And I got another reading from somebody else here on YouTube called the Illuminator. She is bomb too. She doesn't live in United States. She lives in Norway, like a different country, and she is accurate too. Her and Tamaj, um, I definitely like recommend them to give you guys a reading. Like they were bomb. Who were your teacher when you spirit? My mom was my teacher. My mom is into spirituality a lot more heavily than I am. Like I'm getting there. Ladder. I'm getting there. I gotta climb the ladder. But Tamaj and the Illuminator here on YouTube. Yo, those two, I watch them religiously because they're bomb. Yeah. Um, the Tamaj is she was in Chicago, but then she moved to Arizona. So she's in Arizona. But somewhere not here. Somewhere in a different country. But follow them on YouTube. Oh my god. Especially Tamaj Tarot. She be on point. Like all her readings are on point. Like she told me some things about my ex-boyfriend and I was just like, whoa. And then some of my family started to think a little crazy, but I have a few aunts that I can speak to. You're not crazy, girl. You're blessed. I hear people like judge you because people are like people follow religion and you're following a tradition. So people kind of judge you because like they think that you don't believe in God. I believe in God, but I also believe I have ancestors, and I do believe that there's other deities that I pray to. Yes, I believe in that. I do believe in God, but I acknowledge my ancestors. Anyways, but Tamaj Tarot, yeah, Tamaj Tarot told me a couple of things about my ex-boyfriend, and they were completely true. And she is a really, 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 really good tarot reader. Like she's the truth. Her and the illest illuminator. Those two I highly recommend, and I really hope that you guys go and follow them and tell them, well, subscribe to your channel and tell them that I sent you guys because they helped me a lot. They helped me let go, and they also helped me learn to detach from people from my past. Like I'm not attached to anybody now. Like I've let go of a lot of things. I moved on from a lot of things, and I just decided to move on in my life. I can't keep I can't be stagnant. I can't just be I just can't be in just the same spot. I refuse to be just in the same spot. So yeah, I've let go of a lot of things. I moved on from a lot of things. Um, I'm just in a different space. So yeah, I'll be getting a view of the channel. Yes, Tamaj. Oh my god. That's I like have her on notifications, and I'll be the first person to like timestamp all of her readings because you understand, like I love Tamaj Tarot. It's Temaj Tarot. Tamaj Tarot. To her, I sent you because I love her. Need to detach from my twin flame child. Did I miss? You need to detach from your twin flame. Good luck, child. You can't. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I can't say that I successfully detached from my twin flame, but I've learned to live without my twin flame. There's a difference. There's a difference. I've learned to. The reason why I decided to move on from my twin flame is because my twin flame kept me stagnant. My twin flame kept me stagnant in the connection, and I wanted something a lot more solid, and I didn't wanted something a lot more consistent and stable, and I let it go. I detached. You haven't detached yet because you're not at your breaking point yet. I I I I came to my breaking point, and the universe forced me to detach. I had a tower moment. I had a tower moment. That's what helped me detach. You didn't have a tower moment. You didn't have your breaking point with your twin flame yet. That's why you're still attached. I've learned that I can say that I can live without my twin flame. Whether he can live without me, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. If he can live without me, that's a different thing. Yeah, I threw a shade. I threw a whole tree. I threw a whole tree, bitch. Yeah. They don't want to commit. Oh, well, my twin flame is committed to his karmic, so she's a lot more valuable than me. So yeah, they do commit, but they commit to the wrong people. I said it. I said it. But yeah. But they in the end, they'll learn, if they don't know now, they'll learn their mistakes. But by the time they learn their mistakes, you'll be long gone, married, different relationship, kids. So you'll be in a completely different space by the time they decide they want to come along. Unfortunately, that's just how life is. You just can't stay stagnant. You gotta move on. And that's what I decided to do. Move on with my life. Definitely commit to the wrong one. Look here. Look here. That's his choice, okay? He gotta live with the consequences. He gotta live with the decisions that he made. You gotta live with the decisions that you made. You cognitively made. Consciously made. You have to live with that. Deal with that. Sit in that. Sit in that emotion. Not my problem, girl. That's somebody else's problem now. Definitely commit to the wrong one. Look here, child. That is not my business no more. That is not my headache no more. I'm in a completely different space with someone completely different new. I had a dream where mine told me he was miserable without me. Oh, that wasn't a dream, boo. He probably came to you in a dream. That was probably you astral projecting. That was probably not a dream. That was probably him coming to your coming, because you guys do have a telepathic communication. You guys do telepathic communication, but you guys have a telepathic communication. I keep saying communication, a telepathic connection. So that must have been him. I'm having deja vu right now. I'm having deja vu. But he probably came. He probably came to you. That happens. That's happened to me before, but I've cut off the telepathic communication. If be man enough to say it to my face. That's the position that I am in now. I refuse to do any more of the telepathic communication. If you got something to say it to my face. I don't know, you want a vacation? Huh? Yeah. No more telepathic communication with me anymore. You want to talk to me? Say it in my face. You see me out in these streets? Say it in my face. Like, I refuse to do the telepathic communication anymore. Like, I just refuse to be. I'm too grown. I'm too old for this. How do you cut off telepathic communication? Detach. Like, you literally have to be in a space where you're engulfed in self-love and you're engulfed in your divine power. When you know that you deserve more, and when you know that you are deserving of a higher spiritual bond, you won't settle for telepathic communication. I threw another tree. I'm sorry. I threw another tree. I didn't mean to, but I did. Like, once you know that you deserve so much better than what you're receiving. I'm getting a ringing in my ear again. When you know that you that bitch and you are the divine feminine, like, you're in your power, like, you know who you are, you know what you want, you know what you can bring to the table, you won't accept breadcrumbs. And I just threw another tree. Yo, I need to stop throwing these trees. Like, I need to stop throwing these trees. Like, we don't throw trees, we smoke trees. Oh my God, I'm about to put that on a shirt. Y'all better not copy me, okay? Y'all better not copy me. I'm going to put that on a shirt. We don't throw trees, we smoke trees. Okay? I'm going to copyright that. Y'all don't take it, okay? Yeah, like once you know that you are that bitch and nobody could fuck with you, like don't let ever let no man give you no breadcrumbs, okay? Don't ever let a man give you breadcrumbs. You deserve a cake, bitch, a whole motherfucking cake, a whole cake and more. You deserve the whole table brought to you. You don't have to bring that. Well, you have to bring something to the table, okay, ladies? But you deserve a cake and the whole table. And you just come up, post it, sitting, where my cake at? Like, you know what I mean? Don't let them give you breadcrumbs. Yes, lobster and steak. Yes, lobster and steak. Don't ever let no man treat you like you regular. No. And don't ever let no man don't ever let no man let you play second best. Okay? Don't ever let no man let you play second best. No. If I'm not number one, then I'm nothing. I'm nothing. How about that? Catch me outside. Like, no. Like, no. Do you see all of this? Why would I ever play second best? Like, no. Like, y'all gotta, like, know your worth. You have to know your worth and add taxes to it. We regular degular. Right? We ain't regular degular over here. Yes! We are not regular degular over here, okay? No, we not, baby. No, we not. No, we not regular. I'm the block and then some, okay? No. No. Like they gonna recognize, okay? But they recognize after you gone. When you're long and gone, they recognize it. And by then it's too late. By then you in another position giving that with another man giving you exactly what you should have had in the beginning. So know your worth. Know your worth. Know your worth. Know your worth, ladies. It didn't come easy for me, but once I found it, ain't no man stepping up to me. Ain't no man stepping up to me half stepping it, or you know what I mean? No. Yes, when you have that proper key next to you, girl. When I tell you, when you have a proper key next to you, I'm a living testimony. Like I went from being with someone who gave me crumbs to someone who gives me flowers every time I see them. Know your worth. Know your worth. Know your worth, okay? Hello. Ain't no half stepping. No. Know your worth and add taxes. Like y'all gotta step it up. That's how you detach. When you know you the shit. Like when you know that you deserve way more than what this person is giving you, you can just be able to be like, why was I even tripping on this person? This person wasn't even all that. This person didn't do nothing for me. This person didn't even give me the bare minimum, and I'm out here looking crazy for what? For who? Why? Why? Why am I going crazy for someone who couldn't even give me bare minimum? Gave me breadcrumbs. For what? Girl. Mm-mm. Step it up. You got this. Step it up. Me and my dad met when we were 47, 11, exactly 11, oh, that's really sweet. That's really sweet. 11 at exactly 11:11. That's really sweet. Girl, he had to, not only does he have to rise up to meet me, his frequency got to be on point to even touch me. Okay? Like, his frequency needs to be on point. What that vibration do? Okay? Vibration got to be on point too. Like, not just that. Like, your vibration and your frequency needs to be on point. I am a hot commodity. Like, ain't no just anybody could just talk to me. Like, that's how you gotta be. Like, you are a rare hot commodity, okay? You are a rare hot commodity. Not anybody can step up to you and try and test this. No. No. I can tell what a man is about by him having a conversation with me within 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, I know if I like you or not, or if you even apart, like you even. Oh, you used to have dreams of us getting married to us. Aw, that is so cute. He gotta be woke. Yes, not sleep. Woke. Yes. Getting. Oh, that's really sweet. I wish I can say the same, but my twin flame experience was like hell. I mean, I appreciate it sometimes. I appreciate the connection, but like maybe I just had the wrong connection with the wrong person. I don't know. It's like it's that's a fact. He knew before me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know within having a conversation with someone if you know I want to continue having a conversation with you or not. Like you can tell just by people's energy when they step to you. But like when you step to me and your energy isn't right, like you can pick up on it. And I'm an empath, so if you come up to me and I just feel it, it's just like I gotta go to the bathroom. Like and then just leave. Cause like I don't got time for that. We grown. Like I don't have time. I don't got time to be wasting your energy and mine. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. I'm grown. I don't got time for that no more. A twin flame is a reflection of you. A twin flame is a reflection of you. Your deepest and darkest fears. A twin flame is a reflection of you. Yep. They're a reflection of your insecurities and your deep, darkest fears. So yeah, a twin flame is a reflection. They also mirror you. So if you're ignoring them, they're gonna ignore you. If you're not talking to them, they're not gonna talk to you. If you are beefing with them, they're gonna mirror that, which I hate. I hate that. Oh my god, I hate that. Like that was my biggest pet peeve with me and my twin flame. Like when I was mad with him and I wasn't speak with him, he would and I was ignoring him, he would do the same thing. I'm just like, yeah, but nigga, you're in the wrong. I'm not in the wrong. Why are you ignoring me? Like you're in the wrong. I hate that. And I hate a man who can't admit their wrongs. Like let's not get into that. That's a whole different life. We'll get into that into another life. That's a whole nother life. Like I just can't. If you know you're wrong, step up to me like a man, humbly, and say, You know what I mean? And I hate a man that hides their feelings. That is such a fucking turn off. I love a man that's emotional, like emotionally mature. That is a turn on. If you're emotionally immature, I do not want to have a conversation with you. So basically, so she comes from having. I mean, there is. There is some good that comes out of a twin flame, but like I said before, it's like a spiritual connection. You both are learning from each other. The connection is beautiful. I can't say that the connection is beautiful. That person gets you, like without even having to say a word. That person knows what you're feeling. That person knows. That person knows you. That person is the other half of your soul. The connection is beautiful. It's just like the bullshit that comes along with it. It's just like I can't anymore. I just can't. I would rather stay single for the rest of my life than to have to deal with that, or be in love with and be in another relationship with somebody else and to have to go through that. I just can't. I'm at a point in my life where I just can't. I just can't. He didn't apologize, girl. Look here. Nobody got time for that. We're grown. Like, use your words. We're all grown. Like, use your words. Like, I just can't. I can't. I really can't. Like, to have space. I did not apologize. I was so, you're not gonna. Right. Right. And the fact that the thing is that you shouldn't have, like, you didn't, how do I say this? You shouldn't have you shouldn't have to go through that just for him to say something to you. Like, you had to give him months of space. Oh, no, I don't got time for that. If you have a problem, let's settle it now. I'm not gonna wait months. I'm not gonna give you months to think about it. No, like, if we get into an argument, let's settle it now, so we can like get to being back on our relationship tip. Like, nobody got time for that. So we're going to leave that alone. It will drive you crazy because it's just like you're trying to have a healthy relationship, and it's like you're bumping heads with this person for absolutely no reason. It's frustrating. It really is frustrating, and like I have low tolerance for it. I used to have the tolerance to deal with that, but I'm at a place in my life where I don't have the tolerance for that. I can't. I really can't. Like, I'm getting old. I'm getting tired. Like, it's just hard. Like, having to just deal with all of that. And especially when the person is grown, they know that they're doing wrong, but they refuse to see their wrongs. It's like, sir, like, you know what you're doing is wrong, but if you continue to, give off that vibe like you don't know what I'm talking about, or, you know what I mean? Or I'm crazy, so no. Nobody got time for that. We don't have time for that. Like, we over here trying to get this money. Like, nobody has time for this. I just can't. I'm at a point where I just can't really be bothered with that. Like, I'm just really on my tip right now. Like, I'm trying to get my money. I'm trying to, you know what I mean, just level up, and I just can't. Are we building or not? Exactly. I'm on that tip too. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Are we wasting each other's time, or what are we doing? Oh, sorry, guys. Oh my God. I have. Ooh, ooh. I'm getting like, people are like booking me for readings. I really appreciate the people that reach out to me for bookings, because I am. That's really sweet. I'm really appreciative of people who book me for readings because like it's like they're trusting me with their energy, and it's I always tell people like not to get readings from just anybody because that's an intimate space when someone gives you a reading. And the fact that people are trusting me in their intimate space and trusting me essentially with their lives, like that makes me emotional. And I'm not gonna cry, but it makes me emotional because wow, you really trust me, like with with your problems, and it's just like it makes me emotional. So yeah. I sent him a DM telling him we are twin flames, and then I knew he was reading it because I had a download of him saying our kids in the bathroom, and then they didn't for it. That's really cute. It's their loss, period. Right? Period. That's their loss. That's it. Them got me a new man. After a tree. Oh well. I mean, look here. There's nothing you can do. All you can do is just move on. And I mean, what can you do? All you can do is just move on. Just move on. I know it's hard. Like, people, I mean, trust me, it's hard. But you just have to move on. Like, you just can't wait your entire life for someone to get it together. Don't ever do that, ladies or gents. Don't ever do that. Just like move past it. You have to find a way to move past it. You can't dwell on one person. Like, you have to be able to detach and have healthy bonds with other people, like healthy relationships with other people that are going to love you and give you and reciprocate and give you the love that you put out, the same type of love that you put out. Someone that's going to reciprocate. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be stuck on someone that's not going to reciprocate. Like, it has to be reciprocation. And if it's not reciprocation, then what are we doing? Like, wasting our time? I think the fuck not. Like, I've always been a be all type of girl. So I'm not with the bullshit. I just really can't. Either we're gonna be together or we're not gonna be together. And that's that. So definitely go find sis, give it up. Alright, you guys, I am going to sign off. I will be doing more lives now that I got the hang of it. Thank you guys for being so patient with me because your girl was struggling at first with the sound, but I'm glad that you guys are able to hear me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys do want to shop at my shop, I will leave the link below in the description box. And if you guys want to book a reading with me, I will also leave that in the description box so you guys can go ahead and just book a reading with me and get used to these vibes. Thank you guys so much for spending your night with me. You could have been anywhere. Today it's Friday night. You could have been out, but you guys chose to share with me. So thank you. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next live. And I'm gonna try and go live more often because I do like having these like in-depth, like open platforms type of discussions, and not just me just throwing up a video and it just being on one topic and you guys not be able to interact with me or answer each other's questions or ask me a question. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys. Okay, so let me get out of this.